Imagine finding a handful of tomato seeds that were put away more than 100 years ago and discovering they still had life inside them. It sounds almost impossible, but that's exactly what happened in Spain. Hey, welcome to Green Harvest Hub. Today isn't a typical lesson, today's a true story and honestly one of the most remarkable things I've come across in all my time researching gardening. Stick with me on this one. 26-year-old farmer and forest firefighter Emilio Medina received an unexpected message. Someone told him they'd discovered a small jar of tomato seeds that had been carefully stored since 1916. Forgotten for generations, tucked away for over a century. Most people would have looked at them and assumed they were nothing more than a historical keepsake. They were dark, dry, and incredibly old, hardly what you'd expect to grow into healthy plants. But Emilio decided to try anyway. Using traditional growing techniques passed down by older farmers in his village, he carefully planted the seeds with little expectation that they would survive. Then something remarkable happened. They germinated. Tiny green shoots pushed through the soil, proving that even after more than 100 years, life was still hidden inside those forgotten seeds. Quick pause here. If this story is surprising you already, wait until you hear what happened next. Drop a comment and tell me, would you have even tried planting seeds that old? And if you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe too if you're new, because we've got more stories like this coming. Months later, those plants produced tomatoes unlike many modern commercial varieties. Emilio describes their flavor as being very close to the tomatoes people enjoyed generations ago, with thin skins and a rich, intense taste. Whether that flavor is exactly the same as it was a century ago is impossible to prove, but the successful germination of those century-old seeds is a remarkable achievement and a reminder of just how resilient nature can be. The story doesn't stop there. Emilio has dedicated himself to preserving traditional crops by growing them instead of simply storing them away. Today, he cares for a living collection of more than 1,000 heirloom seed varieties, rescued from old homes, forgotten jars, dusty attics, family gardens, and villages where these plants were nearly lost. His belief is beautifully simple. A seed isn't truly preserved by locking it away in a container. A seed survives because someone plants it, grows it, saves fresh seeds, and passes them on. It's a reminder that every seed carries more than the promise of a future harvest. It carries history, tradition, and the knowledge of the people who grew it long before us. The next time you plant a tiny seed in your own garden, remember this story. That little seed might feed your family today. But with care, it could also become part of someone else's story 100 years from now. Gardening isn't just about growing food. Sometimes it's about preserving history, one seed at a time. If this story moved you the way it moved me, subscribe to Green Harvest Hub because we're always digging up stories and lessons like this. Drop a comment and tell me, do you have any old seeds sitting somewhere in your own family that might still have life in them? I'll see you in the next one.